Hello, all, very warm welcome. Today we are looking at another lead code question, which is longest palindromic substring. This is a medium question in lead code and is fairly asked in many of the interview questions. What the question says, we are given a string S and return the longest palindromic substring in S. So, in a way, what we understand out of it is we are given a string S and we need to find all the palindromes all the substrings which are palindromic in nature, and then we need to find out which one is of the longest length, right? So if we look at this example, we have BABAT, right? So this has BAB as a substring, and this also has AB as a substring. So if you can see, this also says, okay, AB is also a valid answer, right? Why these two are the ones which we are looking at? Because both of them are of length 3 and both are palindromic in nature, right? So let's go and look at other example, which is CBBD. Herein we have only one palindromic, which is an even palindrome, which is BB alone, right? Single alphabet is also palindrome, and A and C also A or either C, both are palindrome, right? Now, how will approach this problem, right? Uh, there are multiple ways which we can approach this problem. So uh, one is find all permutations, combinations of substrings, right? And then find which all of them which all of them are palindromes, and then which out of all palindrome found, which is of highest length, right? This is one approach, right? Now, the second approach is which we will use in order to solve the problem is you can say a pointer approach, wherein what we'll do is given a string, we'll take one index, one character time, and we'll go left and right and see, uh, and we'll go left and right, and compare the characters one by one, and then see, okay, whether those are palindrome or not, and keep on storing the length of it, right? I'll discuss more about the first approach, second approach later, but let's try to first rule out why I'm not going with the first approach, which is mentioned above, right? So the problem with this one, right, the moment we try to kind of go forward and look for multiple combinations, is like we need to first loop through and find all the combinations. Then we need to find all the all the substrings. Then we need to see which one of the palindromes. So what it turns out to be, right? It turns out to be O of n cube of complexity, because uh, you have to go through and find number of substring between A and B. It will like two. You'll have to do two loops to find substrings, and inside those loops you have to go another loop to find the palindromes, right? Right. So hence these are three loops, one inside the other, and it will be an O of n cube. So this is very taxing in terms of time complexities. So hence this is something which we will generally avoid, because finding palindrome itself in a string is O of n complexity. So, and then finding all the combination is itself is a big task, right? So rather avoiding that, right, what we are going to do is, so let's talk about the second approach, right? Second approach, if I talk about, you can say, the pseudocode, or the steps we are going to take is, we are going to loop through all the characters in the string, right? Then we'll take each character and assume to be the center character. Then we'll go left and right of that character and compare the values. What I mean by that is, say I have a palindrome which is, say, madam, right? So this is a substring, right? So what I mean by that is, okay, first I'll take m. Left index of it is -1, because this m index is 1, m index is 0. So left of it is say -1 and right of it is 1, right? So here this is -1, so okay, I'm not seeing much of a potential to it, so I'll have only 1 as a value. So its length will return its length will be 1, right? Because then I'll say I'll use a, right? Now this is index 1, right? Then left of it is say 0, right of it is 2, right? So here what is left? M is, if M is equal to uh, index, so index of S of left is in this case not equal to index of rest of right, right? I think you are able to see where I'm going with this, right? So now let's come to D, right? So in D, right? So madam, right? So in this, right, I am at this position, right? So I'll go right. I'll see, okay, is this equal to this? Yes, they are equal. Then let's go a step ahead. Is this equal to this? Yes, they are equal, right? Now let's go a step ahead. Oh, I don't have anything, right? And in this case also I don't have anything. So this is the longest substring which I could find right now, right? So hence the reason this will be the output which you're looking for, right? So enough of you can say theoretical. Let's deep dive into code, and I think we can solve the I think we'll go ahead and resolve any confusion which are still pending. So first let's cover the base scenarios, right? If my s is double equal to null, or my s dot length is less than 1, right? Return empty. Or base case scenarios, let's take another, say if s dot length is double equal to 1, right? Then there's no need to do anything, just return s, because it will be anyways a palindrome, right? Now we did talk about so we need to return a substring, right? So I have to, in order to return a substring, I need to have a starting index of it and I need to have a end index of it. Let's assume that to be 0 0, and I need to return a substring which is going to be a maximum length, right? So let's that is also be two variable. Now we are done with all the base cases. Now let's loop through as per what we discussed, right? We'll loop through all the characters in the string. So for in this scenario, for int I is equal to 0, I less than s dot length I plus plus, right? Now what we have to do is, right, we have to first see whether we need to find left and right. We have to iterate through left and right and find, okay, check left right to s of I to see if it is palindrome, right? Return length, right? This is what we are looking for, right? So let's first see and find, okay, let's first write a method which will return the length of the palindrome if I have any, right? So what will that be? Okay, find longest find palindromic string, right? Palindromic string, right? What will contain? It will contain string of s, starting index, which will be say left int right. Now what we want to say is, okay, if my left is less than 0, because we did talk about, okay, if it is -1, then there's no need to compare or anything of that sort, right? Or if right is greater than the length, then there's no need to go and do anything around it, right? Then just return 0, nothing of that. So we don't have to do much, right? Now here the fun part starts, right? Now what we have to do is, until unless my left is greater than equal to 0 and my right is less than equal to s dot length, and my values at left and right and my values at left and right are same, I'll keep on going towards left and right, right? That's what we wrote in the pseudocode. So what we're going to do is, we are going to do left minus minus right plus plus. This is it. I'm going to go towards left and right until and unless I have those matching characters. At the end of the day, what I'm going to return is return right minus left minus 1, right? Because if let's take that same example again, right? I had madam, right? Right now I had madam, right? So if I am at this position and I'm at this position, that means this is 0, this is 0 1 2 3 4, right? I went inside this. I went inside this loop because these strings are matching, because left is still greater than 0, right is still less than the length. Then I'm still fine. But the moment I go inside this, my left becomes minus 1. So my in this case, the moment I'm going to be at 0th index of left and right index of left, my left becomes minus 1, and this becomes the length itself, right? So what will the formula will be? 5 minus minus 1 minus 1. So this will be equal to 6 minus 1, which will be equal to 5, for madam being the for returning madam as the substring, right? Hence this formula. Now I have this particular method which is going to give me the length of a given substring, right? What it needs is I comma I. As I said, right, we need to consider a given character as the central point and go towards left and right, right? But this again is not going to do the job. I need to see, this will only work if the substring is going to be an odd substring. If it's a if it's a even substring, what we have to do is we have to do I plus 1, right? Let's talk about this example, right? CBBD, right? So if I had CBBD, right? If I would have assumed that to be an even one, I would assume both of this as this index, both of these to be this index, both of this to be this index. I would have never got a substring. But if I would have taken this and this as a different indexes, I have one substring which is an even substring, right? Hence we are going to have I plus 1 as well, right? Then what we're going to do is, okay, we have to see which one is maximum of it. Len 1 comma len 2. Now if my len is less than, if my length is if my current length which I just found is greater than end minus start, which is the indexes which we are looking for, the position of the substring which we earlier found, right? Then what my start with respect to this length, this central point will be, that will be I minus, which is my current position of the character, len minus 1 by 2. What will my end index will be? That will be I plus len by 2, right? And what my max length now will be, that will be equal to len. Now once I'm out of this, then I have to just return s dot substring starting index comma max length, whatever the length of that array will be, right? Just to go back to this particular formula, right? What we just discussed. So why do I have this formula, right? So say again, let's talk about this example, right? BAD, right? Say I found B as my index. Here what my I value will be? I value will be 2, right? Now with this index, right, with my I being 2, I am looking for this particular substring, right? ABA. A's position is 0, sorry, A's position is 1, and my this A position is 3, right? 0 1 2 3. So what my start with this formula becomes 2 minus length which I got was 3 minus 1 by 2. This is equal to 1, right? And what is this? 2 plus 3 by 2, this becomes 3. I have got my start and end index, right? Hence the reason we have this formula to get the start and end index. Let's try to run this code. Index out of bound on line number 65. Sorry, this was less than. I got accepted. Let's submit it. There you go. So this is, let's talk about complexity. This is O of n square because first loop which we are doing here is the length of the array, and then inside this we are doing another loop which is going to again iterate that string once from left and right. So the overall complexity of this is O of n square. Now if you want to further improvise it, then in dynamic programming, which is using dynamic programming, that uses O of n complexity. But based on my experience, I'm not seeing that to be coming in the interviews, and not many interviewers are interested to specific algorithms to kind of resolve the problem. What we generally look for is the approaches which you guys take, which we take, and we come up with the solutions. So go with the brute force, go with this control approach. If you have some other solution, please go ahead and share with me, because again, as I said, as I generally say, right, we grow as one, right? So thank you guys, thanks a lot. I hope you liked the video or the explanation. In case you did, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you, thanks a lot.